Welcome back to the YouTube channel. Today we'll be talking about the story of the unchosen sister. Imagine living in a house where you are constantly compared to someone better. Leah lived in the shadow of her sister, Rachel. Rachel was beautiful and beloved. Leah is described as having weak eyes, a polite way of saying she wasn't the one people noticed. Through a series of messy family deceptions, Leah ends up married to Jacob, a man who didn't want her. Leah's life became a cycle many of us recognize. Every time she had a son, she thought, "Now my husband will love me." Genesis 29-32. We do this today. If I lose 10 pounds, I'll be accepted. If I get this promotion, they won't leave me. I'll finally matter. If I stay quiet and don't make waves. She was accepted legally, but rejected emotionally. By the time her fourth son was born, something shifted. She stopped naming her children based on her husband's lack of affection. She named her fourth son Judah, which means praise. She said, "This time I will praise the Lord." She realized that while her husband's heart was closed, God's eyes were wide open. She stopped trying to earn a seat at a table where she wasn't wanted and sat down at the table God had already prepared for her. The most beautiful part of Leah's story isn't just that she found peace, it's that Jesus chose her line. Jesus didn't come from the favored sister, Rachel. He came from the line of Judah, the son of the rejected, unloved wife. Why this matters for you? He validates the leftover feelings when you feel like the backup plan or the unwanted one in a social circle or a family. Remember that Jesus intentionally knit his own earthly DNA through the woman who felt most rejected. He isn't embarrassed by your weak eye. Whatever it is that makes you feel less than in the eyes of society is exactly where Christ chooses to display his glory. He meets you in the not enough. Just as God saw Leah's misery and opened her womb, he doesn't tell you to. He sees your lonely nights and ignored texts. He doesn't just cheer up and leaves you. He enters into the mess with you. Think of the person who sits in the car for 10 minutes after a party, crying because they felt invisible all night. The world says, try harder, be louder, look better. But Christ says, I wasn't looking at the person in the center of the room. I was looking at you in the corner. I love you so much, Shalom.